But you got to think a little bit about Elkanah right here. Because you know what? He loved Hannah. The scriptures teach that. He gave her a big portion. He looked out for her. He took care of her. And he loved her. But for him to honor, what's this? For him to honor what she was doing and be a part of it, that says a lot about his character. That says that, hey, we're talking about marriage and things. He was supporting her in a hard decision, a tough decision. But he supported her because it says that they went back up and left that child. With these things, just kind of verse by verse. When you see it, you don't see the bitterness. You don't see the anger. You don't see the, did I do the right thing? That had to be going, did I do the right thing? I left this child with this priest that I barely even know, but she understood she left him with the Lord. So she knew who was in control, who was going to take care of him. But any of that, that thought process of, did I do the right thing? Have y'all ever done that? You're second guess yourself? I have a lot. We all have. Did I do the right thing? Did I make the right choice? Did I make the right decision? So all that had to play in her mind. Elkanah's over here going, are we doing the right thing? I'm going to support her in what she does. Because I believe she's just honest with him and told her how she laid herself out before the Lord. But in verse 2, excuse me, I want you to look at this. And look at what Hannah does in verse 1. And Hannah prayed and said, my heart rejoiceth in the Lord. Mine horn is exalted in the Lord. My mouth is enlarged over mine enemies, because I rejoice in thy salvation. That's how she starts this. And look at that. She says, I love the way she does this. My heart rejoiceth in the Lord. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. And this I read this in a commentary, but I thought what a great question this is. When God answers a prayer for you, when something you've prayed for, something you've laid out online, when God answers the prayer, do you get caught up in worship of the answered prayer or the one who answered the prayer? Oh, that's a big thought right there. That's a big thought right there, because when we see that answered prayer, our mind kind of goes to the answered prayer, right? And we're excited because God answered the prayer. But when our heart should go to the one that answered the prayer. Hannah's heart right here, what's this? My heart rejoiceth, because her heart went to the one that answered her prayer. Straight to it. It didn't say, I'm rejoicing because of the answered prayer. I'm rejoicing in the Lord. That's where we got to be. She said, my heart is so full, my horn is exalted. What is a horn?
I read that.
Anybody have you ever messed with a horn? There's an old saying with deer hunters when you hunt meat. You boil a horn all day long, it don't get no softer. A horn is strength. That's what it means, it's strength. What's this? Let's rephrase that now. My strength is exalted because of what the Lord did. She says, my strength is exalted. I love the way that says that. My strength is exalted in the Lord. My mouth is enlarged over mine enemies. Who was her enemies? How about
the other lady.
the other lady, Fanatics? I
Yeah.
can't say her name right.
Yeah.
The one that made fun of her?
Megan.
Yeah.
The one that ridiculed her?
Mm-hmm.
Was that her enemy? Now she says, guess what? My voice is over her voice. Not because of what I did, but because of what my God did for me. My voice rings louder than hers. My voice rings louder than my enemies. Now, you could almost take that right there and get a little boastful with it. But that's not what she's saying. Now, I would, you know how we are. You know how men are. I'm going to take that right there. Let me tell you what happened. And we'd get louder and louder and louder, and our voice would get over our enemy. I know how we are. And our voice would just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Because and it wouldn't be long, it's like a fisherman. How big was that fish you caught? I wouldn't probably about that long. Well, matter of fact, I don't even think it touched the floor from there, but I probably hosted by the tail. I don't believe it would have got the floor. But it'd have been real close. You know, probably about that long, the whole day. She said, my mouth is over my enemies. In other words, my Lord has showed my enemies what he can do. Watch it, I love this, with an obedient heart. My God has showed my enemies what he can do with an obedient heart. Church, do you know what God can do with an obedient heart? I don't think we really do. I think we got bits and pieces. Oh, Rick, we got bits and pieces of what God can do with an obedient heart. But what's this? If the hearts of the church truly got obedient, all of them, what could God do? Oh, our minds can't even fathom what he would do, what he could do. She's excited because God has chosen her. God's worked in her life, and she has just gotten so happy. Yeah, I like that, happy in the Lord. You ever got happy in the Lord? She said, what she is that last verse, that last sentence? Because I rejoice in my salvation. Now, the salvation she's talking about is a little bit different than what we call salvation today, because Jesus Christ wasn't here yet, the Holy Spirit wasn't here yet. What she knew was the presence of God in her life. That was the reference of salvation there. What God has done in my life and what he's doing in my life, and I am joyful in what the Lord's doing in my life.